Tātou e hui hui nei I runga anō I te kaupapa o te pai, tēnei wā ara ko te Pae Nuku.
That space was connected to Papa Tuanuku, you know, that ultimate feminine strength, energy, fertile, you know, even considering ruaumoko, you know, and all of those rumblings and constant movement, you know, constantly being uncomfortable and having to work through those things, you know.
Ka whakawhariki he etahi rautaki pia, aku etahi aku whakaro, mai reira ka tipu, ka korero, ka wānanga.
Because you can't dance non-stop but the dances and the ins and outs and the, you know, the movement and the non-movement and that suspension of sound and music and breath.
It's about sort of being present and responsive to the space and the offerings and the moments that we stumble across and we uncover and we interweave together as we kind of enter that shared creative discovery space. And I think that the word that has always framed this is that idea of vibrations, the hirangaranga.
There's this beautiful taonga in the museum. The korero is that was a birthing kohatu, a birthing stone. So wahine would hold it for strength as they were birthing. And so for me, you know, that's a really powerful statement, you know, this little beautiful taonga, and it emanated power and that strength. And then thinking about, you know, Eva Ricard and Whina Kupa and all of those ones, and thinking about that energy and that honour and how we descend from them.
I'm seeing like aruhe, fern. What elements can I bring and draw on from Papa Tuanuku that are available to ignite the emotions, the power of all of these women and all of you who are feeding into this instrument that we all are.
And tangi is a big inspiration because it's such a pure sound.
You know, one of the rangatira of that time, and it was Ruapehu's bro, Tongariro, who ended up, you know, winning Pihanga's heart, and Taranaki going to his space, and Tauhara and all the mountains moving, and discovering that in this new technology and new digital world that we live in, all of the stories of our ancestors, we rediscover our ancestral pathways to coming into this world of who we are today.
I'm sort of saying the first bit is creating the papa with one. You think of a marakai, I think of papa, you know, those four cornerstones. If I place toka in each corner, so I'm creating a space that's going to ignite all of us for the next kind of reanga, I guess.
I've got to be just like, I'm here, and this is whatever flows wherever the wairua goes. That's what it is. And if I start to be too clever and start to think about what I'm doing, my fingers are like, nah, get back into that zone and get back into that presence.
It's constantly moving when you're doing it. And you don't really know what's going to happen next because there's so many in the space contributing. So yeah, you kind of intuitively go somewhere, and then you're like, oh, that's a different place to be. I didn't realize I was going there, but oh, cool.
A whakatauki from Ngā Toroirangi, and it spoke about ka u ki matanuku, ka u ki matarangi, ka u ki te whenua, hei whenua. And it really spoke in regard to, I suppose, for Ngā Toroirangi at that time, you know, when the Te Arawa Waka landed in Maketu, As soon as he arrived to Maketu, he started his journey and he started his discovery and named a number of spaces all the way to his journey up to Tongariro, before calling out to his sisters, Te Huata, Te Pupu, to bring warmth to his shivering cold body.
Things that are hard. So what's in that's going to be challenging for me, that I'll have to either work through, find a way. Dragging soil on could potentially be one. Carrying rock toka. That's where you see the essence of the woman, where she has to ignite the masculine side of herself, because we don't exist one without the other. As much as Papa Tuanuku is all of that, I think if we can ignite those masculine and feminine within us to step into our deities, then I think that's the sweet spot.
Ka u ki matanuku, ka u ki matarangi, ka u ki te whenua, hei whenua. Toi tū te whenua whatu ngaro te tangata, taumi e, hui e.
Ai,
Te
Pae Nuku.
Kaore whānau.
Te Pae Nuku, exploring the earthly realm through sonic sound, taonga puoro, voice, dance and live paint. Featuring Waimihi Hotere and Kurahapainga Te Ua for our magical final performance. Buy your tickets for the 26th of May at Eventbrite. Te Pae Nuku.
I have to think about all of it, and then I think, just breathe.
Yeah.
Listen.
It's going to be a cool journey.